After the interview hit the airwaves, fans of the royal family dumped a crumpet in their knickers. Especially TV organism Piers Morgan, seen here getting his tallywhacker whacked. Morgan defended a royal family member asking Harry about his baby's skin color by saying this.
Can I put to you just a scenario that may have happened? And I wonder whether you find this, you would automatically think this is offensive and racist. If you have two parents, one's white and one's black, as in Meghan's case, and she's pregnant and going to have a baby, is it racist and offensive for a family member to say, oh, what colour might the baby be?
Oh, I know the answer. You're a spotted dick. Piers also responded to Meghan Markle's very personal revelations about what she went through at Buckingham Palace.
Meghan has, within this interview, said it got so bad that she was suicidal.
I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle.
Well,
Hello, suicide hotline, Piers speaking. Oh, really? I don't believe a word you're saying. Oh, you're on the bridge right now? Really? If you're so miserable, why don't you prove it? Hello?
Greetings, cherished viewers. Welcome back to our channel. We're tremendously grateful for your unwavering support, and remember, your subscription is the lifeblood of this channel. Today, we delve into a rather amusing narrative. It's a tale of relentless criticism and witty repartee, featuring Piers Morgan, the ever-controversial media personality, and Stephen Colbert, the master of satire. The subject? Morgan's ceaseless attacks on Harry and Meghan. So sit tight, get comfortable, and stay tuned for a riveting discussion on Piers Morgan's incessant attacks on Harry and Meghan. So, who exactly is Piers Morgan, you might ask? Well, let's dive right into it, shall we? Born in 1965, Piers Stephen Pugh Morgan, better known as Piers Morgan, is a British television personality and journalist known for his distinctive and often controversial style of reporting. Starting his journalism career in the bustling newsrooms of Fleet Street, he climbed the ladder of success, making his mark in the world of print media with his sharp wit and unabashed audacity. His tenure as the editor of the Daily Mirror was marked by a number of contentious incidents, setting the tone for the type of journalist he would come to be known as. In the television circuit, he's been a part of shows like Britain's Got Talent and Good Morning Britain, gaining a reputation for stirring the pot and not always in the best of ways. His interviewing style? Well, it's been described as aggressive, confrontational, and even bullying by some. But it's not just his professional life that's been the subject of attention. His personal opinions and public feuds have often landed him in hot water, making him a polarizing figure in the world of journalism. So, there you have it. A snapshot into the life of Piers Morgan, a man with a knack for controversy, a penchant for provocation, and a seemingly insatiable appetite for public attention. And now, we delve into his obsession with Harry and Meghan. Piers Morgan seems to have a particular interest in Harry and Meghan. It's as if he's got a Google alert set up for them or something. He's like that nosy neighbour who peeks through the blinds every time a car pulls up. And not just any car, mind you, but specifically the one driven by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, we've all witnessed his public tirades against Harry and Meghan. It seems like every other day, he's on some talk show or news programme, spewing out his unsolicited opinions about the couple like a broken fire hydrant. It's not just the frequency of his attacks that's alarming, it's the intensity. Remember when he decided to play Sherlock Holmes and question Archie's skin colour? Yes, that happened. The man who has made a career out of courting controversy decided to venture into a territory that most sensible people would steer clear of. But then again, when has Piers Morgan ever been known for his tact? And let's not forget his relentless questioning of Meghan's mental health struggles. Because apparently in the world of Piers Morgan, being a member of the royal family makes you immune to mental health issues. It's like he's missed the memo that mental health doesn't discriminate. But what's really fascinating is his fixation with their decision to step back from royal duties. He's been criticizing them for wanting to live a life away from the public eye, while paradoxically thrusting them into the spotlight with his constant attacks. It's as if he's trying to win the gold medal in the hypocrisy Olympics. But it's not just us noticing Morgan's relentless pursuit. Even Stephen Colbert has had a thing or two to say about it. And when Colbert, the master of wit and satire, takes notice, you know it's reached a whole new level of ridiculousness. But that's a story for another scene. Stay tuned, folks. This ride is far from over. Stephen Colbert, a fellow television host, has been quite outspoken about Morgan's behaviour. Known for his sharp wit and on-point comedic timing, Colbert has never shied away from using his platform to comment on current events and personalities. And Piers Morgan, with his relentless attacks on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, has found himself in Colbert's comedic crosshairs on more than one occasion. Colbert, in his characteristic style, has used humour to shine a light on Morgan's questionable journalistic practices. For instance, he once quipped, "If you're wondering why Piers Morgan is always in a bad mood, it's probably because he's constantly trying to swallow his foot." This remark was in response to Morgan's insensitive comments about the royal couple, and it's just a taste of Colbert's brand of humour. In another instance, Colbert likened Morgan to a broken record, saying, "Morgan's obsession with Harry and Meghan is like a broken record. It's the same tune over and over again, and it's just as annoying." This is a perfect illustration of how Colbert uses wit to criticise Morgan's relentless scrutiny of the couple. Colbert's humour, however, is not just for laughs. It serves a crucial purpose, to draw attention to Morgan's behaviour and spark a conversation about the ethics of journalism. His biting satire is a potent tool for highlighting the issues surrounding Morgan's approach to reporting and commentary. In one of his most pointed critiques, Colbert referred to Morgan as the worst journalist. This bold statement was not made lightly. It was a calculated move to provoke thought and discussion about what constitutes responsible journalism. Colbert's humour surely throws a spotlight on Morgan's relentless criticism. But it begs the question, is Piers Morgan the worst journalist, as Colbert suggests? Stephen Colbert has branded Piers Morgan as the worst journalist, but is he? Now that's a question worth pondering. Let's dissect this a bit, shall we? In the world of journalism, there are certain principles that every journalist should uphold. Objectivity, accuracy, fairness, and respect for privacy are just a few. These principles serve as the bedrock of good journalism. They ensure that the public is well informed and that the powerful are held accountable. Now let's turn our attention to Piers Morgan. His relentless attacks on Harry and Meghan have been far from objective. His personal vendetta has often clouded his judgment, leading to biased and unbalanced reporting. This is not to say that journalists should not ask tough questions or hold people to account, but there is a fine line between holding people to account and launching personal attacks. Then there's the question of accuracy. Piers Morgan has been known to make bold statements without providing substantial evidence. His questions surrounding Archie's skin colour, for instance, were based on assumptions rather than facts. In journalism, facts are sacred. They should be checked, double-checked, and triple-checked. Any journalist who plays fast and loose with the facts is doing a disservice to their profession and their audience. As for respect for privacy, Piers Morgan's incessant scrutiny of Harry and Meghan's personal lives has been intrusive, to say the least. While public figures do surrender a certain level of privacy, there is a line that should not be crossed. Morgan, it seems, has not only crossed this line, but pole vaulted over it. So, when Stephen Colbert brands Piers Morgan as the worst journalist, he might just be onto something. It's not about personal vendettas or comic relief. It's about holding journalists accountable for their actions and reminding them of the principles they are supposed to uphold. Whether or not you agree with Colbert, it's clear that Piers Morgan's attacks on Harry and Meghan have been relentless and concerning. As we wrap up our discussion, it's clear that Piers Morgan's relentless criticism of Harry and Meghan has provoked a lot of responses. Notably, Stephen Colbert's witty and satirical jabs have not only made us chuckle, but also shed light on the importance of respectful journalism. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. We delved into the controversial world of Piers Morgan, a figure who, for many, has come to symbolize the darker side of the media industry. His relentless and often personal attacks on Harry and Meghan have stirred controversy and drawn criticism from many quarters, including the very entertaining Stephen Colbert. In response to Morgan's incessant criticisms, Colbert has consistently countered with his unique blend of humor and insight, making us laugh while simultaneously making a strong statement against such unprofessional conduct. His satirical approach has served as a clever and effective tool to highlight the issues at hand. We've also pondered on the question of whether Piers Morgan could indeed be considered the worst journalist. Of course, the answer to that is subjective and depends on one's personal views. However, it's undeniable that his approach to journalism has been questionable and has often crossed the line of decency and respect. Respectful journalism is not about refraining from criticism or avoiding tough questions. It's about maintaining a sense of decency, treating individuals with respect, regardless of their status, and focusing on the facts, rather than personal biases or agendas. It's about integrity and responsibility, values that seem to have been overlooked by Morgan in his pursuit of sensationalism and controversy. This discussion has hopefully shed some light on the importance of maintaining a balance between freedom of speech and respect for individuals. It's a reminder that, while humor and satire can be effective tools for highlighting issues, they should be used responsibly and not as a means to perpetuate harm or disrespect. Thank you for joining us today, dear viewers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content with others. Stay tuned for more engaging discussions. Goodbye and take care.